Welcome everyone. I'm Dr. Bell, Dr. Terrezza, and we have with us Dr. Bellard. Happy New Year to everyone. And we're talking about a topic today that we're very, very excited about. It's been a long time making, and it's finally coming to fruition, but we've got a new office opening up. Yep. So tell us where it's at and what's going on there.
Yeah, so at the beginning of January, we opened a new Terrezza Group location. It's at the Henderson Building in the Baptist Medical Park. So it's the same entrance that you come into to go to the main hospital, but it's an independent building, so you don't have to actually deal with the hospital. But it's a brand new building, brand new build out, plenty of parking, all the brand new equipment. So
to lay it out, so if you were talking about the Baptist Hospital on Davis Highway, right there, on the Brent, sorry. But you have the Bears Foundation building on one side, then you have the hospital in the middle, and then the Henderson Building, where we're located on the first floor, is kind of the other third building around that courtyard around the hospital.
Yes.
So you wouldn't go in the same entrance you would go into the hospital, but the Henderson Building really has its own entrances.
Yeah,
right?
And it's got it's all kind of connected, but it has its own parking. There's plenty of parking,
yep.
And you can enter from either side of the building. And there's a Starbucks.
Yep.
There's a lot of other things around there. So it's been very nice, and it's all brand new, which is amazing.
And we have, and you can talk a little bit, we kind of divided it up. We basically split the medical side. So we have two locations on that first floor. So if you walk in and you may see, hey, the optical this way, but the medical side, they're kind of at a diagonal from each other, but everything we need is there. You want to kind of go into that?
Yeah, so it's two storefronts essentially, or two, units that we have. And so that gave us enough room to have a relatively large, medical facility with 6 exam rooms. So, we have the capacity to see people, quickly and efficiently. And then to accomplish that, we did have to, right across the hall, and we direct everybody, where to go. But we have a separate optical that has, hundreds and hundreds of frames, the same service, you're used to. And they both storefronts talk to each other, so we, have access to whatever you need at either of those, clinics. So. Yeah.
Well, the one thing, and we're going to dive into this a little bit more, is I would say at all of our offices, we do full routine exams, but we also do office visits, emergency visits. So, hey, you got hit in the eye, maybe you were playing softball, maybe you got a rock hit you when you were, cutting the grass, or there's a multitude of eye-related issues, but certainly you can be seen at that location at Baptist, right there at the Henderson Building at the Baptist Hospital. And we have visits, so, we may be booked out for full exams, maybe a week or two at Baptist, but we definitely have slots available to work patients in for office visits, emergency visits, same day. So certainly give us a call. We'll have the number. You can go to TerrezzaOptical.com. But certainly we do that at all our locations, but we figure at being at the hospital, certainly a lot of patients are familiar and may go to the hospital anyway. And we have a pretty good team working together with the hospital where they may end up sending you to us anyway for an eye-related issue, where it may just be quicker to kind of look us up or give us a call, because we have all the equipment there to certainly take care of you. And if we can't do everything we need, we'll certainly get you to the right specialist who can.
Yeah, and we have, lots of staff, lots of, like I said, exam rooms. So, we will prioritize any visit that needs to be a priority. So if you don't want to wait at the ER, if you don't want to, go to an urgent care to see a non-eye doctor for an eye condition, I'd say better chances than not, if we're there, we will see you that day. So, like Dr. Bell said, if it is something like glasses or contacts, it's not, we may have an opening that day, and if we do, we'll see you for that too. But, anything urgent, we'd like to at least, have you call and see how quickly can we get you there.
Well, this solves one of our problems, because we've had overflow at the Milton location, at the 9 Mile location, at the downtown location. And any of that overflow, people had to wait to see us. Well, this has almost immediate openings, and it takes the pressure off the situation. So if you do need to be seen in a hurry for whatever reason, we have that capability now, and that services Fairfield, downtown, Milton, and 9 Mile.
And the office has been, we've been open about a month already. The office, there's someone there every day, 5 days a week. We're scheduling out, so certainly, give us a call, go to our website. We want to get you in. The one good thing, and we've talked about this before, certainly on our past podcast, is we take probably 98, 99% of most insurances that are out there. So, if you work for the hospital, you have a Visas, you have a medical insurance, whether it be Blue Cross Blue Shield of Florida or United or, anything, Humana. We take those insurances, and if you have a medical diagnosis with your eyes, we can certainly bill your medical insurance. So a lot of patients will say, hey, I don't have vision insurance, but they have medical. So, we take most all of that and certainly give us a call, whether it's your routine exam, you need glasses, you need contacts, you need sunglasses, you need, a multifocal, you need a specialty lens, or, hey, you have things, we see everything, glaucoma, diabetic retinopathy, you're on a high-risk medication, thyroid issues is a lot, very prevalent nowadays, where you hear a little bit more on the television. We see all of that, we diagnose it, we treat it, we manage it, we do all of that in-house.
Yeah, and on the flip side of that, some people think if they don't have any insurance, that we're going to charge them $1,000 for getting a red eye fixed or something, a minor eye disease or injury or something. We do self-pay visits too, and we don't, it's a very good value, I'll say that much, because, we can get a lot of this stuff taken care of on the first time instead of messing around with an urgent care and not being fixed, and then you end up having to come to us anyway. So don't feel like we're not willing to work with you. We're going to see you if you want, and we'll make it happen.
And you could talk a little bit on the eye. I would say certainly the medical side, we see a lot of medical, but we also have a great optical. I mean, the optical there, I think it's 1,500 square feet. We have over 1,000, I think we have like 1,300 frames in there, whether it's sunglasses, whether it's a specific brand you're looking for. There's a lot to choose from, and there's a lot of patients certainly that are around that Davis Highway area, I think, that would really like the optical if they were to come in and take a peek at it.
Oh, I'm fully agree with that. The idea of an optical attached to a medical, the reason why we split it off was because the competition was fairly keen on getting into this building, and we managed to get on the first floor. So it's very easy access and fully wheelchair accessible, and we have the computers between the optical and the, as a matter of fact, all our offices are computerized, so are our phones. So if you were to call one office and needed an appointment right then, they could just transfer you to the Baptist Hospital location, and you could be seen right then without even an extra phone call. So we've taken the steps to make this as smooth as possible and to make it an integral part of the bigger picture here.
Yep. And the optical has two really excellent opticians working there. They're 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. For any, even if you got your eye exam somewhere else and you feel like it's time for new glasses, we take almost every vision plan. So you don't need an appointment for that. You just bring in the little paper with your prescription on it, or we can even get them wherever you want to fax it over if they're open, and we can handle all those, orders as well if you like.
And we talk a little bit more towards the end of the year, but flex spending, any flex spending accounts, with certainly with glasses or sunglasses, that could be utilized there as well.
Yep, we take everything pretty much that exists, and we try to make it really smooth and maximize whatever benefit or allowance you're given, so that you get the best bang for your buck and a high quality product with quick turnaround and good service.
Well, that's why we have the 5 individuals that have been with me a long time in our insurance department. So we file those insurances for you. We just don't say, here, you do it. We do it. And we wait on their processes and payments and take care of all that for you.
Yeah, we kind of play the game with the insurance to optimize everything for you. So, if you do it on your own, you may do okay, or you may not get the deal that you have paid into, So, we do this all day. He's got full-time staff dedicated to this.
Those forms can be tricky, and you got to know what you're doing and file it correctly, and to get everything that's coming to you.
Well, again, we're talking about our newest location just opened up 1st of January. The Henderson Building right beside the Baptist Hospital and the Baptist campus right there, right beside the Starbucks. We're on the first floor. I know we've seen a few patients already that have been going to Andrew's rehab or right on the second floor right above us.
Yeah. And if y'all don't need your exam yet, just come check it out. I mean, if you're in that area, I've worked in every office that exists with this company, and this office is beautiful. I mean, it's really well designed. It's really easy to get in and out. The staff are friendly. I think, you'll have a positive experience. If there's, any problems, of course, you let us know. We'll try to fix stuff because, it's all a learning process. But so far, it's been really a
Well, I will say this. We've both worked through the years at a number of offices. It's one of the few optometric offices I've been to where you actually can see the courtyard. You have windows where you can see. Usually it's like a dental office, you have that, but actually ours, you can actually see out through the courtyard.
It's been in the dark for 4 years, and now we get some windows. It's amazing.
Well, there's some truth, we joke about that, but there's some truth to say when you're doing like contact lens fit. Like you used to in the old days, I think you wanted a completely dark room, but we're learning through the years that maybe adding a little bit of light, putting them more in a real setting is maybe getting the contact lenses, getting them fit a little bit better.
Because, sure, if you're an overnight airmail plane pilot, then, maybe pitch black is appropriate. But the vast majority of people now, especially when we're optimizing for your actual life, with your contacts, with your glasses, it's not usually pitch black. It's more ambient or it's more computer vision. Really, we're going to test with what's, realistically what you need,
Well, currently, Dr. Bellard is at the Baptist location 3 days a week. I'm there 1 day a week, but certainly, we're going to be adding more providers as we go along. But certainly give us a call, come by and see us. If you just want to talk, check out the website. We'd love to have you. Anything else you want to add on the location? Anything we didn't cover?
No, I'm very happy to have it synergized with our other offices to take care of our overflows in some cases. And some offices get very busy at times and others don't. And then it's vice versa. So here's a place as a function of this location that no matter where that stands on the sinusoidal curve, we can put these patients in and everybody can get seen.
Yeah. And I'm just very proud of the work everyone has put into this clinic. I mean, Dr. Bell, Dr. Terrezza, Kat, everyone has really kind of come together, and I think the results will speak for themselves. So we're really excited to see you guys there.
Well, I think the one thing I love about it is, certainly we're in a medical office building, but we try to make it as warm and as comfortable as possible. So I think some of our decorating, some of our wall decor, we want it to feel warm. We want everybody to feel welcome, feel comfortable, and I think we accomplished that at Baptist. So that's all good. But yeah, we certainly, insurance-wise, again, we take it all. We appreciate it. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Like us, rate us, review us, share us. But we'd love to have you for any future podcast. And let us know what you want to hear, what your interests are, any questions that you have. We would certainly love to cover all that in any future podcast that we do. But thank you, patients. Thank you for being patients of ours, or maybe future patients that we haven't seen. We thank you for listening to the podcast.
Yes, thank you, and we'll see you soon when you need us.
Thank you.